Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I'm going to make the most amazing pizza that you've ever tasted. It's so good. Oh my gosh. This is my Indian-inspired butter chicken pizza. This is using the chicken pizza crust that we made a few days ago, last week. I don't know. We made it recently, and it is then though infusing it with butter chicken spices. And instead of pizza sauce, it uses a butter chicken sauce. It is so good. Oh, we made it on Christmas. We made butter chicken on Christmas. But this is the butter chicken pizza with a chicken pizza crust. So I have 2.5 cups of onions that are diced up here. And I have 2 tablespoons of butter that I want to start to get to be mixed. And this is frozen. These are not. And I'm going to mix those with this, I think. While that is starting to melt and mix, we're going to mix our pizza dough, and that is with our chicken. I have 3 cups of cooked chicken that's shredded. So this is, I did it in an Instapot. You could boil your chicken, you want to shred it. I used the hand mixer, so I actually did it today, the hand mixer to do it. Here's 3 cups of shredded chicken. Then we're going to add some spices to this, and then we're going to add a couple of ingredients. And then we're going to start building the pizza crust on the pizza stone, which is preheating for 15 to 20 minutes in 375 degrees. All right, so in this pizza crust, add a little bit of seasoning, although the sauce itself is really delicious. We're gonna add a little bit of seasoning to the chicken itself in the pizza crust. So we're going to use 3/4 of a teaspoon of pink salt. 3/4 of a teaspoon of pink salt. And we're going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, not garlic pepper. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Here's the garam masala. It's a mix of spices. You can make your own, but I usually just buy it. So we're gonna use, in the chicken itself, we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of it. All right, now we're gonna mix this. So all these spices, these 3 spices can be mixed. And then in here, we're going to mix and add 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. My chicken is like just out of the Instapot, just shredded. Tell me if you like butter chicken. Tell me you like it. If you've never tried butter chicken, put never tried it. And if you, I'm guessing most people have not had a butter chicken pizza. I actually went to a restaurant here in Hyattsville, Maryland, that is a pizza. It's kind of like a pizza. It's like an Indian pizza version of Chipotle. So you pick your sauce and your meat and your protein, and then it all goes on the pizza, but it's all with like Indian spices and sauces. So that's what inspired me to make my own based on the butter chicken that we had for Christmas. I've got to come over here and make sure that I can get these kind of starting to mix because my butter is starting to melt. So I have 2.5 cups of, which is like 2.5 onions worth of diced onions. And I just want to get all the frozenness separated so that it can easily mix and start to saute with all the butter. All right. The butter, the pizza crust part is the longest part, so it's important that you do that first, or like while this is happening, because it takes a long time to cook it on the stone, and to kind of form it on the stone. That takes some time too. All right. So this is now here. I'm going to add to this so that while it's cooking with some spices. So I'm going to add a bunch of spices to this. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of garam masala. Now this, you're gonna end up with a lot of extra sauce. Not a lot, actually, like some though. You're gonna end up with some extra sauce. And that's good because then you can use it for, we have extra shredded chicken, so you can use it for that, for an extra meal. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of pink salt, and then to taste after that, because we already put some pink salt in our chicken. So normally this sauce would have 2 teaspoons of pink salt, but I'm gonna start with 1 because I don't wanna overpower it with the chicken crust. And then 2 teaspoons of paprika. 2 teaspoons of paprika. Tell me where you're watching from. Like, share, heart this video. And you have to try this. Like the girls actually requested, Kaidalea requested this. And then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which is such a great addition. This one I think only has a 1/4 teaspoon left. Yeah, once I move it around. So 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And now we're gonna let that, I'm gonna mix it, but we're gonna let that saute with the onion and the butter. So I wanna get it moving here, moved around. And then we're gonna go back to the crust and then form the crust and then finish the sauce. So I've done the crust before. The only difference in the crust is the spices that I used. So that you already saw that part. So I'm gonna actually probably, because it takes some time to form it, and because I wanna show you the rest of the sauce, I'm gonna refer you probably back. I'm gonna show you the starting part of it, but then I'm gonna refer you back to a different live on how to finish the crust. Actually, I'm gonna just show you, but then I'm not gonna finish it on the live. But I am gonna finish the sauce so you can see that finished. All right, so now this is like, oh, it smells so good. Cooking with all these spices. And we're going to let it be. And we're gonna come back over here to the crust. And we're gonna mix this with, oh, we missed one thing. Let me add it. Actually, I'll add it in a second. Let me make sure I move it so it gets added. All right, we're gonna add to here 3 beaten eggs. 3 beaten eggs. So the pizza crust, oh, I have one more ingredient too for the crust. I almost forgot it. So the other pizza crust with chicken and spinach, which is what we're gonna add now, it has a different set of spices. Because it's like a regular chicken, it's a regular pizza with marinara, my pizza sauce. So it has more Italian spices. This has Indian spices, just a little bit, not a ton, because we have the sauce. And it's even good to put like extra sauce on it. I don't know, it's so good. All right, so now we have 2 cups of packed spinach. Pack it down. Although I see 1 spinach that is not good. 2 cups of spinach. So we've got some great veggies in here. Then we're gonna mix that. And I actually should have, I didn't think about it. I don't know what I was thinking. This isn't gonna work this way. We need to actually chop the spinach. I was forgetting that part. So thankfully I didn't mix it very far, because I really gotta chop the spinach. It's not gonna mix, it's not gonna stick together very easily if I do not chop this spinach up. Tell me where you're watching from. If you've never had butter chicken, put never had it. Actually, well, yeah, never had it. If you've had butter chicken, put had it. If you've had butter chicken, my butter chicken pizza, I have only made it live on Christina's World Kitchen maybe twice, maybe twice, for sure once. But that live we didn't get it in time before it disappeared. So we don't have record of it. All right, now I'm so glad that I didn't mix it all the way, because then really we would be taking a lot more time trying to get this all separated. I just have little pieces in here. So I'm going to come over here to my cutting board and cut my my spinach, chop my spinach. And then we can mix it, and then it's gonna actually mix well. I can hear my onions behind me cooking, but that's good because there's a lot of butter, so it's not gonna burn. Yeah, we're good. Making sure. Making sure. There we go. And I'm gonna double check that I want. Yeah, I do. Oh no. I think I'm gonna double check. Double check. Okay. So 2 cups, it's actually 2 cups, not 2 cups of packed spinach, but 2 cups of chopped spinach, which will probably be almost the same, but just so I make sure I say it correctly from my recipe. All right. Yay. Okay, I'm almost done.
Using 2 lemons?
No. That is too much. They'll go through the bottle.
This one?
Yeah. Okay. Almost done chopping my spinach so that it can actually mix well. Renee, hello! I missed you.
Oh.
I mean, I missed looking. I didn't look up at the screen for a moment, and then all of a sudden I saw your messages.
Your comments.
Well, that's okay. If you're too exhausted, what you can do, or what I would recommend, Renee, is that you do some prep work on the day that you're not working, or the days that you're not working, and make some of these things ahead of time, and then portion them out for the week. Like choose 3 recipes, or 2 recipes, make them on the weekend, and then portion them out or freeze them. Especially with like soups or stuff like this. I know. I know, you're not a loser though. That's not the case. You just have a job that's very demanding and that you have to get up really early for. All right, so now I'm going to put my spinach in here, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Finally, with it being correct, the way that it will actually combine. Right. ¿Puedes mezclar poquito las cebollas? Okay. Now let me get this all mixed in. Now we are good. You can even add some more spinach on top of your pizza crust. Like after you flip it, you can add some spinach on here to have even more. And then the sauce, or the sauce first, I mean, and then the spinach, and then some cheese on top. We're definitely going to use the cheese. I think I will do that actually, because I have a little bit more spinach.
Is this done?
No. And then, so I'm going to do, after I make the crust and I flip it, then I'm going to put my sauce, and then some more spinach chopped, and then some more cheese, like a regular pizza, like a mozzarella cheese. And this is a very hearty crust because it's just chicken and egg and cheese and spinach. So it's very high protein, very low carb. All right, now we get to form it on our pizza stone. So, ¿dónde está el otro guante? ¿Se cayó? All right, so we've got this. It is getting a little bit crusty, so we're going to turn it down. And now I'm going to take the pizza stone out of the oven. It is well preheated. 375 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. And now we're going to form our pizza crust on here, and we have to do it a little bit so that it's easier to to connect. So we take like a big amount and put it in the center. And then you're going to push it down so it makes a layer. And you're going to press it into the stone like this. So you want it to connect, and you want, like the cheese and the egg are gonna be the things that bind it, and it will bind. But you wanna make sure that you don't have holes so that it can connect. And then you just keep building it around it. So you build in one part, press it down. So I'm gonna turn off my onions, and now we're gonna make the sauce for the sake of time. Normally I would go ahead and finish doing this, and then I would finish the sauce while this is cooking. This is gonna be like 15-20 minutes, closer to 20 minutes. You wanna be able to get the whole entire thing off, and it's helpful if you have someone helping you who can kind of have their hand ready, because you're gonna use your spatula under the whole parts of it to get it loose and off of the stone. And then you're gonna flip the whole thing, and then you're gonna cook it for another like 10 minutes. You want it to be a little bit golden on each side, and then you can take it out and put your toppings on it. So as good as this pizza is, it is more laborious, but it's so good. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that sounds really good, Renee, your pizza.
What'd she make?
That sounds like the other one that we made. But not with Parmesan. We use Parmesan on the very top, but not in the crust. Sounds good. A pizza con ground chicken and Parmesan cheese. Okay, so now we're gonna transfer this into our blender, and I might have to do it little bit by little bit. So I have already in my blender, small blender bowl, I have 3/4 cup of heavy cream, 6 ounces of tomato paste, and then now all of this, as much as I can fit with it being within its limit. We don't have the big one anymore, and so it will fit in the big one, but I don't have the big one. I just have this medium one. I think I might be okay. Well, maybe.
Sour. Is it sour?
I'm lacking a little bit, and I'm over the line. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna blend that first, and then I'm going to take out a little bit.
Be sitting there cooking.
So let's blend this. This is the sauce. This is the last of it. Oh, almost forgot the other ingredient that I told you I wasn't gonna forget.
Wow.
We need a tablespoon of lemon. I have a lemon seed. A tablespoon of lemon. I could measure it. I don't feel like measuring it. Okay, let's measure it. This is 2 tablespoons. I'll use half of this. So a tablespoon of lemon. All right, I've got a tablespoon of lemon. Now we can make this sauce. So this is too high. Hopefully we'll be okay. And then I'm gonna take out just a little bit so that I can blend the rest of the all the onions in here and get them all blended. And then you've got your sauce, and now you can use it like a pizza sauce. And then for your extra chicken, like I have right here, now you have a sauce for your extra chicken. So that is this pizza. It is so delicious. And really, you could do this in parts. So if you are like Renee and have less time, you can do it in parts. You can make the sauce ahead of time, have that ready to go, and then make your chicken crust later, or vice versa. And I'm not gonna make you watch this, but that's it. That's all you have to do. But do make sure you cook. It's like 20 minutes on one side, another 10 minutes on the other side, and then of the crust, and then you can add your sauce, spinach if you want it. You can add some cayenne pepper like I'm gonna add to my pieces. You could add some jalapenos, and then you can add the sauce. So that's it. From my house, well, it turns into this beautiful color. Look at this beautiful color. That's the sauce. That's it. my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!